failure of all. Following the message of 2 billion children and generations yet to be born, our love and ideals should be one and the same. We should have a start and an end. Since all countries and governments over the world need progression, development, prosperity, security, peace, science, and education, it is the responsibility of all to struggle for eradication of ignorance, illiteracy, and to rescue their societies from the ominous phenomena of disease, poverty, and hunger, and to fight against terrorism and administrative corruption in all its forms. It is the responsibility of all to grapple with cruelty, injustice, and violation of law, to pull discrimination and apartheid out of their societies, to say no to the cultivation, use, and trafficking of drugs, to cure diseases such as HIV and cancer. It is the important responsibility of all countries and governments over the world to design effective plans to put an end to unemployment and poverty, to continue their fight against old ominous phenomena such we, as people responsible for the provision of justice and implementation of the rule of law, will remain committed to use all our means and power to achieve the objectives which ensure establishment of peace in the world. We can have positive response to the message of 2 billion children in this globe once we have attained those objectives.
It's my great honor and pleasure to address to you today in behalf of the Chiefs of Justices of the world. I sincerely thank Mr. Gandhi and City Montgomery School on that opportunity, which I highly appreciate. This conference continues the tradition of the previous 5 conferences, which is benefit of the children. The cruel world that we lived in had imposed the necessity for permanent development and improvement of the legal systems in order that they provide the efficient protection of the children's right on a peaceful and safe life. It's our common holy mission to provide global peace that will enable children to be citizens of the world, to put in practice all principles from Convention on the Right of the Children, Convention Against Poverty, and United Nations Millennium Goals. Children are the most important part of the population. They are our future. If we want them to be happy and healthy, if we want the future of the world, we have to prevent wars, poverty, environments, pollution. Adults are responsible for that. Therefore, I really admire City Montgomery School and Mr. and Mrs. Gandhi and all who teach children equality, tolerance, unity, mercy, which are the basis of the global peace. Care about children is their noble mission, while it's presenting to the Chiefs of Justice of the world. As key holders of the justice, shows full devotion to the achievement of the children's rights. The court custom in each country has to guarantee priority of the children's rights protection and make their future better. International law has to guarantee dignity, tolerance, freedom, equality, and solidarity. It has to provide legal protection which enables the children to be brought up in a spirit of peace and freedom. It will be the topic of our future discussions on the next 3 days. Finally, I hope and wish that this conference will be very fruitful and successful, as well as that it will contribute to the better achievement of the children's rights, which is the idea whose time has come. Tonight, we really don't need so many words. Look at the youth, and we can see our future. The whole judiciary of the world have to work for development children's rights.
City Montessori School have taken up this stupendous task of bringing about awakening in the world And on behalf of 2 billion children of the world, you have been spreading the message that the grown-ups and the elderlies have got to do something now before it is too late to secure the safe and secure future for the present generation and the generations yet to come. You are fortunate in being City Montessori School, which is making Herculean effort to bring about that awakening worldwide. This is the 9th International Conference. I have attended 7 out of them. And I have been seeing year after year that there is a perceptible result of your effort. A sincere effort never goes in vain. When a person makes sincere effort, the desired results are bound to come. There may be delay, it may take more time, but eventual success is certain. And the task you have undertaken is so difficult. For example, one of your objectives is to have the enforceable international law. That is an objective which may take not years, not decades, it may take generations, maybe 2 or 3 generations. But it is a noble cause for which you have been raising the voice for all these years. Continue to raise it. Be sure about your ultimate success. Peace of mind, after all, is not a commodity to be purchased in a shop. Peace of mind is creation by our own self, how we can make our life safe and life of others safe.
The future of mankind lies in children. Thus, they are most precious riches, and as it is stated in the United Nations Declaration of Children's Rights, mankind owes to the child the best it has to give. The influence made by human affection, respect, care, and understanding to the personality of a growing child is hardly subject to discussion. These are the essential conditions for development of the child. It is noteworthy that the rights of the child are recognized as priority values of the international scale, while the protection of these values is becoming one among the most important issues in most states. The most important values of society are entrenched, protected, and defended in law. Therefore, the taking account of the importance of securing the welfare of the family and the child, the striving of the state and society is entrenched in state constitutions. The supreme law to secure proper respect and assistance to the family, to guarantee the right to children to grow in freedom, and to guarantee safe environment and welfare. The protection and care of the family and the child is becoming one among the priority issues in most states and in the international community. The duty of every individual who feels responsible for the common future of humanity is to contribute as much as he can to implementation of certain universal values, to educate a free and independent personality who is able to choose meaningful objectives of his activity, who is prepared to learn constantly, who is prepared to improve himself and build his abilities, and who is therefore capable of integrating into society, and who is genuinely ready to meet new challenges in life.